Entering the doors at the Black Country Living Museum is entering a world of the past, where buildings from the Black Country have been brought together to form a village in a once industrial area. The streets have been lovingly crafted and created from buildings found in and around the Black Country, brought to the museum site, which was established in 1975, and lovingly recreated. Period transport is also available on your visit to the museum, as is industrial workshops, but more of the industrial parts of the museum later. First, let's look at those houses and shops. You can easily get an idea of what life would have been like in the period, with the way the houses and buildings have been brought together to form a village. The shops are also very interesting too, and as one enters a shop such as the ironmongers, as we are here, you can see sort of items that would have been bought in the period, from the various pots and pans to wicker baskets, budgie cages, and even a tin bath, available in various sizes. And for those with a sweet disposition, of course, the sweet shop. And yes, you can actually buy the sweets. And if the museum itself wasn't educational enough, you could even go back to school for the day. As for transportation around the museum, you can catch a bus, or even a tram, or maybe even a trolley bus. There's also a nice collection of vehicles in a small motor museum near the entrance, most of which were made within the Black Country. And on to industry. Mining was prolific in the Black Country and is well represented. Here we can see Racecourse Colliery with its headstocks and its winding house containing a small steam engine. So let's have a quick look inside the winding house. A lot of the buildings at the Black Country Living Museum are accessible, and this is great for when you want to explore the site, as there's plenty to see, and you will need more than a day at the museum to explore it fully. There's also a mining exhibition where you can see what life was like below ground for the miners, and it's well worth taking that trip. Another interesting exhibit, and also mining related, is this strange looking building, which contains one of the world's first practical steam engines, built by Thomas Newcomen. The steam engine is of an atmospheric type. The cylinder, which is mounted atop the boiler and surprisingly large, was filled with steam, which was then cooled rapidly by cold water, which created a vacuum in the cylinder, which pulling the piston down. This activated the beam, which had its balance point in the outer wall of the building, which actuated the pump rods, which of course pumped the water out of the mines. Aside the canal section can be seen most of the ironworking area. Also, the canal section boasts a boatyard. The canals were most important, as these were the first major heavy goods traffic routes. The canal arm that forms the canal area of the museum was originally built to service lime kilns, and these lime kilns are still here today, the original lime works that were built in 1842. Limestone would have been brought in from the limestone quarries and placed into the top of the kilns, which used to have large chimneys on them. This would have been burnt between layers of coal and layers of lime to produce a fine powder. This would have then been used in agriculture, building, and of course iron founding as a flux to remove impurities from the iron. There's so much to see at the Black Country Museum that you may not even get time, as we didn't, to have a little go on the fun fair, which we've got to save till our next visit. Well, we hope you've enjoyed a brief view of the Black Country Museum. It certainly is well worth a visit.